What's going on, my creative collective? This is your daily reading for May 3rd. So we're going to dive right in. I'm just going to invite the angels, my guardian angels, my spirit guides, protectors, teachers, and their healing energy to this space. And I ask that it is a safe and brave space that allows the fullest expression of our light, humanity, ascension, and healing. All right, excellent. So this is the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. So let's dive right in here. Thank you so much, Spirit. So, whale of a time. Your charge is to enlarge, building upon the themes of the wheel from yesterday. Of course, we would have that. And we have never a crowd on the leading edge. This, I'm getting some very, very Piscean kind of energy that's coming in. Not Piscean necessarily in terms of illusion, but very connected in terms of big picture cosmos. And then we have be the bridge, expand your consciousness to behold both worlds, right? We had the veil is thin yesterday. So I get almost that there's some way that the wheel is turning and bringing in this elevation of consciousness with it. But you could have already done the work to elevate consciousness. And that's why you're here in this energy. So let's see what the cards have to say. So this is the Muse Tarot. Spirit, what messages do you have for my daily creatives for May 3rd, please? May 3rd, messages for my daily creatives. Thank you. We have Temperance. We also have the Chariot. And we have the Six of Wands. I feel like once something gets started, it's like gone. Like it's not gone as in it escapes you, but the work that you've done is really making it so that this is like take off, like lift off. I'm hearing absolute lift off. Queen of Cups. The Magician. Hell yeah. Oh, okay. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. We also have the Page of Cups and the Nine of Cups that we're ending on. And oh, the Queen of Wands as well in here. That's excellent. Okay, so we're starting off with the Temperance card. So I think that things are going to be moving quickly. There's something that's expanded. Your beliefs about yourself, your beliefs about the world, what's possible is... it's just grown. And I think the Chariot here, this is Cancerian energy. So this is Sagittarian energy in the 9th house. This is Cancerian energy and moon energy in the 4th house. I'm seeing some themes here about the full moon. So the full moon in Scorpio happening on the 16th of May may be of importance to you. Or, you know, there could be something that you're releasing around that time. But I get the, and releasing as in, there's a lot that you're doing already and you're very masterful at it. It's not something that is overwhelming you. I think that there's just a few pieces, like a few projects that that are either reaching a conclusion or are coming to a necessary end is what I'm hearing. Then we also have the Six of Wands here, which is, this tends to be public recognition, but I think this is also just you shining. So this could be you shining a light in what you're doing, right? These energies feel quite similar. There's a light that's shining from within while you're in the midst of the work. And then there's a way that you're standing out from the crowd. I think that you, the message today is that there's something that you're standing out for. Don't doubt that you belong in that space. Don't doubt that this is imposter syndrome I'm getting. Now, I think that there's a way that you could become too emotionally overwhelmed or emotionally charged, given the planetary transits and all of the Pluto retrograde, all the Mars energy, the Mercury retrograde coming this month on the 16th as well, I believe. And then we also have the full moon in Scorpio. There's a lot happening. I mean, there's something for everyone, right? Every sign may find themselves in a position of some kind of activation, right? So I think this is a call here, Two of Swords, Queen of Cups, and the Magician, to just be mindful of whether you allow your emotions to flow through you, and whether you allow them to just to be, right? Or whether you identify with them, because I think there's a way that it will end up potentially negatively affecting your manifestations. And I think that it's very easy to be confused by emotions, but we need to remember that we are not our emotions. Our emotions are information that we are getting about what is important to us, and Spirit is giving us. That's why we have emotions, is to understand what we need, and to relate to one another. I think they're quite beautiful. Sometimes they can be overwhelming, though, if they're in too high a number, right? And this could be also, I'm getting this energy. I glanced at the card while staring up, and I got the impression that these could be emotions that you're trying to rein in, even, that you're trying to rein in because you're worried about, what, I'm not hearing what other people think. That's not it. It's like there's a sort of humble joy, and feeling seen, and seen for how you feel. And I think there's a way that you're trying to temper how you feel so that people don't see you in a certain way or label you because of those emotions. And I think that this is a call to step into your emotional power as well, if that's your storyline coming through. And the Magician is here to say that there's a way that you are in a manifesting power for sure, with certainty, right? I'm seeing a lot of I'm seeing a lot of energy related to root chakra energy. Just the reds here, the red just like popped out at me as I said that. So to me, that's more of a potential sign of some root chakra grounding that might be needed, that will help you to navigate these emotions. And I'm hearing these waters, which is almost like these waters of I guess these waters of spirit that you're navigating and charting a course through, where that manifestation is really starting to happen for you. And then I think that this is sort of an interesting victory. This is the challenge is losing yourself in work. 7 of Pentacles. And the victory over that is the 8 of Pentacles, which to me is quite fascinating, because this tells the story of feeling frustrated by the work that you do and the work that you've done. So this could also just be this could be a need, you're taking too long a view, right? You're not sure. This energy tells me that your emotions can run away with you and make you feel like what you've invested your time in is not worth it. But it's almost like that 3 feet from gold, Napoleon Hill, right? You're 3 feet from gold. So it's important to remember that this isn't just expertise or, this isn't just craftsmanship or craftspersonship. This isn't just skill. This is something this is like, I'm getting this soul's purpose vibe from this, and this sort of expertise that goes beyond, like, this is something that people see you doing and they are inspired by too. This could also, to me, this could also just come across as, you may feel a bit rusty at something, or you might feel like there's, specific to emotions that isn't, you may not feel very good with them. And what does that even mean, right? What does that even mean? That's usually messages that people have told us to convince us of something they want us to know. And what does that even mean, right? You may not have, you may be a bit impatient with yourself. You may be a bit impatient with yourself, but it's important to remember that you have what it takes, and that you are doing the work and you are putting that in. And then we have this beautiful little Page of Cups coming in. Now, the Page of Cups here to me is, this can represent being heart driven rather than ego driven, and that no more is that clearer than here. And I'm also getting, there's a concept that I learned when I was in grad school called tentacularity, and I see it here. These tentacles, right? Tentacularity is this sort of it's a build on string theory through emotional sciences. Interesting, not the word I was looking for, but could resonate through environmental sciences, and it's the interconnectedness of everything. So I think this is you coming from a heart space, and this is also possibly someone coming in because they are resonating in turn, right? You are connecting to more people and things than you may realize. And this is, to me, kind of an opening up card as well. This is like an opening up card where you are more open to anything. And there's just connections that you're seeing now because you're coming from a heart-centered place. And this 9 of Cups showed up again. To me, this is more of a wish fulfillment. I think that the Page of Cups is the energy of of offers and messages coming in that remind you, that there's wishes that are coming true for you. There's a dream coming true for you here, and I think that it's something that you've wanted not only for a long time with this Seven of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles, but I think it's something that you feel deeply passionate about. We can feel deeply passionate about work, about relationships, about family, anything along those lines. But whatever this is for you, my darling daily creatives, I get the impression here that this is something that's come to you because you've stopped giving away your power emotionally. You've stopped giving away your power in so many different ways. It's almost like this is like the most authentic expression of yourself that you've maybe experienced in a while. I'm getting the impression that perhaps with some of the messages here, perhaps there's a way that you doubt yourself in terms of your feelings. And that's your real power, because the reason why you doubt yourself, again, I go back to these messages from other people, right? To me, the page is a message, but it's almost like there was a flip side to the page that showed up somewhere along your journey that told you that you weren't worth it, or there was something that it was off emotionally, and you believed them. You just believed them instead of questioning it. And instead of questioning their intentions. And this is where I get this impression of like this intense consciousness raising that's happening right now. Because we have this be the bridge, right? We have this be the bridge, and I feel the Magician card on that one. And I feel like it's important for you to know that there's a bridge between what you want and what is currently happening in your life, and that is to do with your emotions. And never a crowd on the leading edge, honor those who honor you. That comes down to that voice of other people that you are integrating, right? Yesterday I'm seeing the card of the Page of Voices with those 3 voices in it, and this is like narrowing the voices down almost, right? And then Whale of a Time, your charge is to enlarge. So it's like this consciousness raising thing that's happening here, where you're spreading your wings, but you're understanding that there was something important about your wingspan in the first place. Ever interesting. Okay, so let's clarify just a little bit here. My cat cannot make up her mind, so I'm going to let her in. Come on, baby girl. I feel like sometimes I don't know whether she's like, am I playing with her or is she playing with me, right? Like, is she just messing around because I keep opening and closing the door to let her in? Like, she can't make up her little mind, which is adorable. 12:12 on the time. Okay, so Spirit, can you clarify these messages for May 3rd, please, for my creative collective? Thank you so much. So we have the Lovers on the Page of Cups, of course. Ace of Swords. What went through my head as I saw the Lovers, I was like, that sounds like a little bit of love coming in. And we have, okay, interesting. But also the Chariot and the Fool. Oh my gosh. Okay. Chariot, Fool, and the Hierophant and the Magician. Okay, that's a shit ton of major arcana. I'm getting the impression, so I'll show you what I saw on the bottom here. These are some supporting characters. I almost feel like these are different variations of guides that are around you right now. That just came through. Typically, I read these as like informant cards in terms of like informing a spread or major changes because it's major arcana, but these came through intuitively as guides that are around you, like something about there's like family connections, yes, but I also get the impression that there are guides that are helping you manifest. There are also guides that are protecting you, like guardian angels, ones that are helping you to take leaps and trust yourself, and then ones that are helping you to, these are instinctual synchronicities from the universe that you're getting that are helping you to understand what to move forward on and how, so you do not doubt yourself. Dang. You want this one where, Spirit? My stomach just growled intensely. Oh my gosh. So I feel like we have the Lovers here, the Ace of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Cups. There is... I feel like there are reasons that you have. There are 3 very good reasons from people or experiences that you have not to trust in love. But I think that this is something that you have to trust in. Page of Cups here, 9 of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. There's something that you're going to have to trust in again. It might be having a little bit more faith in yourself or in Spirit, not to deliver on any kind of promise, but that, your healing is complete and that you don't need to be like sitting in all of this extra work that you've been doing. Spirit sees you and is validating that right now. Yeah, Two of Swords and Ace of Cups. You may think that Spirit does not see you. That was just on the split. You may think that Spirit does not see you, but Spirit absolutely does. But you gotta let go. You gotta let go. And you will. You do. Hanged Man. That's Pisces energy. Interesting. So just to be clear here, we have Gemini, and that's some Mercury energy, as well as the Magician, which is equally Mercury energy. So there's a lot of, and this is Mercury retrograde season too, right? Like we're in that as of the 16th or thereabouts. And I get the impression that there's something about a return energy, or there's some healing of past here with this Three of Swords. There's some kind of energy of that here very strongly. But again, the Magician in this context is showing up as more of a guide. So we also have the Hierophant, the Fool, and the Chariot. So the Hierophant is Taurus energy, Taurian energy. And then we also have the Fool, which is Uranian energy, the Chariot, which is Cancer, 4th house, and the Moon. But we also have Piscean energy here. So I feel like there's something, there's something about not knowing all the details here. You don't have to know all the details, nor do you you don't have to have fixed everything it doesn't have to be shining and shimmering perfectly. So on the Chariot and the Two of Swords, we have the Strength card, which is definite confidence. Like there's something that knocked your confidence related to love, or knocked you off your path a little bit. There's something you've been wrestling with here. I think the Mercury retrograde, I'm getting some communication coming in that's going to clear the air. And I'm not seeing this so much as soulmate love as much as it is, nor reconciliation. This is more, I'm getting this as, exchanging cups of the truth of what happened with the Ace of Swords here, which opens you up to love that is much clearer for you and clearer in its energy, and it's allowing you to move on and to move forward. So that's where I'm reading this slightly differently, because the Nine of Cups is here, which is wish fulfillment. And I think that there's things coming in, and there are guides around you to support this process. So I think that this could be either a significant soulmate coming in for you, or this could just be a process that's bringing... Well, no, I still feel that soulmate energy strong. And that's where I get these guides that are joining you here. These guides coming in because there's something to do with the soulmate that's on its way to you. There's something about needing guides because the energy is quite strong. It is something, obviously, that's on your path. King of Pentacles to clarify. The Strength card. Page of Wands. What else do we have here? Page of Wands. And the Knight of Swords. Yeah. So you could have multiple people coming in, but there's a way that you're going to have to, and it's almost like people fighting for your attention with this Strength card. It will boost your confidence, but you have to ask yourself, do you need confidence boosting things like that? Or, the King of Pentacles is here because there's something about this that you're going to be able to differentiate between potential suitors and opportunities and jobs, because one is going to inspire you and the other one it's a different kind of energy. There's like, one is going to inspire you, just a tiny offer, like not huge. It's not like going to beat down your door. The King of Swords, though, is going to come charging in, I get. Or Knight of Swords, sorry. Why did I say King of Swords? Maybe you have to be the King of Swords about it. But this is also fast thinking, fast talking, imperfect action, yes, but this need to be heard at all costs. This need to talk at all costs, and maybe a bit scattered, not necessarily understanding consequences. This is almost showing up as the Knight of Wands in reverse. But there's something that you're going to see, and I feel like these are two different energies. Like I get the Page of Wands as the fresh energy that's new, and then this Knight of Swords as like the old energy in your life, or related to this relationship thread that I'm picking up on here. So those are two, you're going to have to discern, but I feel like it's the way that they fight for your attention, which is really gross energy. I don't like the idea of people fighting for that and you reveling in it. Like it's icky, because it's just like, I don't know. It strikes me as lower vibe, but I think that there's something that comes about from the way that they fight for your attention. You're going to see what's most important and which project or which opportunity or which person have honest intentions. Yeah. It could be the Knight of Swords in reverse. It could be an air sign coming to you that is like a bit, I heard a bit of a beautiful idiot, but there's a way that you're going to be able to differentiate, and that's going to be important. And so clarifying the Six of Wands, the Queen of Cups, we have Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. It's your time to shine, my love. Six of Wands. And Six of Wands, I mean Six of Swords. You may have to move for an opportunity here, be it with a person or a project. There could be some kind of move here that you're making. And not a move that you're making in terms of like make big moves in hustle culture. Like not like that. I'm thinking more so like there may be a way that you have to take specific action on an opportunity. And it may take you away from, like it might take you into a field or something along those lines that is unfamiliar to you. It's sort of uncharted territory, but I think you're going to be okay with this. Yeah. I feel like this is sort of the energy of feeling sorry for yourself. It's like you get something that you really want, and then you take a step back and you're like, oh my gosh, well, look at everything that's changed. Look at everything that's changed and all of it. And it's like, don't get caught up in that kind of thinking, because it's just going to detract from manifesting powers. And that's, I think, the emotional confusion and overwhelm that you could sink into, because this is the shit that's right here in front of you. Right? There's two different energies that you can pay attention to as you make this move somewhere or towards or away from something. Don't get caught up in the story of why you're leaving or going, right? Get caught up and excited for the story of what's ahead. That's what I'm hearing. And I think it's looking at the stories, because of the swords here, stories. I'm getting that there's like the stories that can propel you forward and the ones that will hold you back. And I think stories trigger our emotions is what I'm trying to say. Wow, that was a lot to get out. Stories trigger our emotions, and they can create, reactions in our system that convince us of monsters under the bed that just don't exist. They can also convince us and get us to really understand how much joy is available at any given moment in time. So I think it's important for you to sink into that. The Magician card, clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. I get the impression that there's this opportunity there. I think you've had to be really resourceful in a hostile environment, whatever that means to you. And I think that you have to make some decisions about how you want, like what you want next. This Magician card is like, you're having to make decisions. And I feel like there's this sense of not rushing around with this Two of Pentacles, but like you had to balance a lot. And I think the Magician is here on the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, because I think that what may have started as a Knight of Swords here and a Page of Wands, there's something concrete that's coming through, or there's some way of moving forward on this, of progressing in your manifestations and in relationships that you're not only clear on, but that you're almost your own best advocate for. This is sort of telling it like it is. So I think this is an honest reflection on how things have been. And the Knight of Pentacles here is this: mark your progress, not your perfection, right? Like don't strive to be perfect, be more steadfast. And it's sort of this idea of taking responsibility, right? And moving forward. And I think that you have to reframe where you came from and what happened there in order to really make the most of what's coming next, my daily creatives. I feel like this is a big message here. There's a lot of work. And just because you put blood, sweat, and tears into something doesn't mean that you have to carry it with you into what's next, right? So I'm going to pull from the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection here by Mike Dooley to get some messages for you. Spirit, can I get some messages for my daily creatives for May 3rd, please? Whoa, two of them just flipped right back in. Yeehaw. Okay. That's it. When it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their yeehaw quality above all others. With the squeak, it made it extra special. You're welcome. Have it your way. Special orders don't upset us. Okay, so I'll read that again. When it comes to choosing who will be in your life, I recommend valuing their yeehaw quality above all others. Have it your way. So this is about like that hell yes, right? That hell yes. The Magician is hell yes. The Seven of Swords, the Two of Pentacles is like, ooh, I don't know, right? And then the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles are like slower, but hell yeah, right? And then this is, if they loved you once, they still do. That's Saturn as well. So some kind of, maybe this is like Mercury retrograde energy. Somebody could be coming back, but this is also, I think this is also healing past loves and remembering that that there was something that you didn't. I'm getting guilt. Like there's something you don't like. Saturn returns and Saturn lessons are the ones that require a lot of our work and attention to detail. They tend to be more of the higher maintenance lessons that we have to tend to a lot and that come up. They come up in a way that it activates the need for us to make real changes in our lives. And real changes as opposed to what, I know, but to make changes that support this sense of discipline and long-term learning and ways that we open ourselves up to new opportunities. And I think this is a message here just to say that there's some forgiveness that has been taking place. I don't get the impression that you have to do a whole lot at this point, because the Pentacles here tell me overwhelmingly that there's a lot that you've already done. But it's important just to remember that, the feelings that you once shared with people don't ever really go away. They just change form. And one of the things that I've had to learn is that, the ways that we relate to people can change, but there's a way that we can remember our encounters with them through the eyes of love. And that may be a Saturnian type lesson or a portal for you that's opening with Saturn or through Saturn as well. I'm getting Neptune energy too, Piscean energy. Yeah. It could be someone coming back from the past, though. That's like the most basic interpretation of that card. If they loved you, they still do, right? We do have love coming in here for you. I see that. But again, there's some kind of past energy here that I was picking up on with this Mercury energy relative to the retrograde. But you do have guides to help you through it. You do have guides to help you through it. You are going to be able to see who and what is what in that energy. I begin my day with love. Yeah. It's important to stay in that vibration of love, because it will keep you in a place that resonates with equally high vibration love. So even if people come back from the past and come knocking, you're going to be able to recognize it, right? It's the way that people go about trying to engage with you or whatnot that will that'll tell you a lot about the energy that they're coming from too. I show up for myself and the world. Yes. This is about kind of remembering how supported you are, I think, but also remembering that I'm getting be the bridge on this energy. I show up for myself in the world. I think this is the bridge, like showing up for yourself and standing in that Queen of Swords energy and remembering that you're not owed anything in this life. But you get to have things. You get to have happiness. You get to have joy. You get to have fulfilling relationships. And that is something to be immensely grateful for. So I think it's just a call to be in that energy and showing up for yourself through things like boundaries, through, integrating those Saturn lessons. Because this could be, if they once loved you, they still do. There could be a Six of Cups past life vibes on this as well. It just kind of came through. And I think that the past is knocking in this. I think that there's something coming with the Mercury retrograde. You may not be expecting it, but there's going to be a truth that you begin to understand about yourself and what is possible for you. And that's the vibe to step into, my darlings. So that is your reading for May 3rd. If this resonated, please like and subscribe. It helps me to grow the channel to continue to do this for you. Nonetheless, there are other ways you can connect on the channel with me, so do check out the other videos. But if this is where we part, my daily creatives, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night, wherever this finds you on the time-space continuum. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for you being here. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow morning.